Hello everyone, I am Diti Jariwala from Bharatiya Vidyapeeth College of Engineering for Women, currently in third year Computer Department. I am here to present the demo of DSBDA mini project on topic Book Recommendation System. So first of all, how the project is working, I will show how the demo is going on. So here first of all, if the user is not sign in or the sign up, so first of all we have to sign up for the user, which is type the username, then its first name, then its email ID, then its date of birth, then its mobile number, and the password which is used to sign in the website. Then click on the sign up. This will go to the redirect the website to the sign in page. Here type your username, give the password, and then click on the login. It will log in the page, the website will be sign in. Then here on the scrolling down, it will show the top 50 books to purchase, which is using the popularity recommendation system for giving the top 50 books from our database. Then on clicking the recommend, it will move to the redirect to the site of recommend. Here type the book name. Suppose I have typed the message in a bottle, then click on the submit button. It will give the recommended book on the basis of that book name which we have typed. Then the next page will be the contact page for contacting the website. Now we are moving to the techniques that I have used. So basically I have used two techniques, which is the popularity recommend system, and the second one is the collaborative recommend system. So first of all, we will understand what is the popularity recommend system. The popularity based recommend system offers suggestions based on the overall popularity of books. This approach assumes that books with higher overall ratings or sales are likely to be enjoyed by a broader audience. By recommending the popular books, the system basically provides users with a simple yet effective way to discover the widely appreciated titles within the dataset. Now, in the database, in the data processing file, I have first imported the two libraries, which is the NumPy as a NP and importing the Pandas as a PD. Now in this project, I have used three dataset, which is the books, second one is the users, and third one is the ratings. So I have used the PD Pandas library to read the dataset, which is books.csv. Then I have read the users dataset, users.csv, and then third I have used read the ratings, which is ratings.csv. Then I will to show the data set, display the data set, I have been using the head, which is head is basically a function which is used to print the first data from the data set, first 5 data from the data set. So books.head will print the first 5 data from the books data set. Then for printing the first 5 data from the users, I have used users.head. Then for printing the first 5 data from the ratings, I have used the ratings.head. Now for taking the if you for printing what columns and how many rows are present in the data set, we will use the ship function. So print books.ship, it will print the number of rows and the columns. So in books there are total number of rows this much, and the total number of columns are 8. Now similarly we are printing for the users and the ratings dataset. Now here I will calculating that how many missing values are present in the books dataset. So is null is used to predict or detect whether there are missing values or not, is null, and the sum will give the count of the missing values. So books.isNull.sum will give the count of the missing values present in the dataset. Similarly, I have calculated for the users dataset and the ratings dataset. Now for calculating the duplicated values, we will use the duplicated function. So books.duplicated.sum, then ratings.duplicated.sum for calculating the duplicate values in the ratings, and then users.duplicated.sum is used to calculate the duplicate values in the user. So in my data set books, ratings and users, there are no duplicate values, so it is giving the 0 0 0. Now here we will start the performing the our popularity based recommendation system. So what we are doing is we have the dataset ratings. We are merging the ratings dataset with the books on the basis of ISBN, which is the book number, and it is stored in the ratings with name. So by printing that, this will give the information about the user ID, ISBN, book rating and book title. So here basically we are we are merging the ratings and the books database on the basis of ISBN. Now next what is be doing is num rating df, which will be now we have the rating with name, which we have both ratings and the books dataset data. Now we are grouping the ratings with name with on the basis of group title and giving the count to the book ratings. So in num rating df, what we are doing is group by the data set on the basis of group title and their ratings. Each book ratings count will be given on the book title. So suppose in first, if we see that A Light in the Storm, the Civil War diary title book, it has the 4 ratings, 4 book ratings. Now we have to rename this column. So what we are doing is the book rating column will be renamed to num ratings, because we are calculating the count. So that's why we are giving the name to the num ratings and then printing the num rating df data frame. Then we are developing the average rating df data frame. Here we are grouping the ratings with name with the book title and the book rating, but now we are not counting it, but we are calculating the mean of the book rating. So that's why we are giving the data frame name as an average rating. In above we are calculating the count of the book rating, so that's why we are giving the column name as the num ratings, and in below we are calculating the mean of the book rating which is grouped by the book title. So that's why we are giving the data frame name as an average rating data frame. Now here also we have to rename the book rating column to the average rating, and then we are printing the average rating data frame. Now we want to give the popular data frame framework. We know that the popularity data framework is based on the popularity of books. So what we are doing is we have to assume the higher overall ratings of each book which are enjoyed by the audience. So we have to merge both the data frame that we are calculated, which is the num rating data frame and the average rating data frame. So popular data frame will contain the num rating data frame and the average rating data frame, which is merged on the basis of book title. So this can be written as popular data frame equals to num rating data frame dot merge from which we are merging is average data frame, and on the basis of what column, which is the book title column, and then printing the popular data frame. Now we have to basically sort the top 50 books which is present in the data frame. For that we are giving a condition that the num rating should be greater than or equals to 250, and then sorting the average rating on the basis of ascending order, and giving the and head is given to the 50 because we only need to print the top 50 books. If we want to print more than top 50 books, then we can give different integer number what you want to like to give. So here in first line, the popular df which is giving a condition to popular data frame that the num rating should be greater than or equals to 250, and the data which is coming from this popular df num ratings greater than or equals to 250 condition, this can be sort the values on the basis of average rating in the ascending order, in the descending order, because the ascending equals to, we have given ascending equals to false. Now this information is stored in the popular data frame. Initially the popular data frame contains the two data frames that is merged, which is the num rating data frame and the average rating data frame. Now we have define that the popular data frame will contain the number ratings which is greater than or equals to 250, and we are sorting the values average rating in the ascending order, in the descending order, and the head will be printed to 50 only. If you want to print more than 50 popular books, you can change the value as you want. Then in popular df, the popular df data frame is merged with the books on the basis of book title, and what we are doing is dropping down the duplicate values from the book title, and we are only printing the book title, book author, image URL, num ratings and average ratings of the book. Now printing the popular data frame. So this is the overall 50 books which are popular in the audience. So this is giving the 50 top books which will be printed on our website or the front end. Now the second technique I have used is the collaborative based recommendation system. This is the important recommendation system which is used to recommend the books on the basis of what the user will type on the book name. Here we have as you can see that here in the book name I have been typing the message in a bottle. On clicking on the submit button, it will give me the 4 books which will be similar to the book name I have typed on. Suppose I have give the 1984 book, which is the book name. Then on submitting, it will give me the 4 books which is similar to the 1984. So this collaborative based recommendation system is the important system which is used to provide to give or to recommend the books to the user. So first of all, what we are doing is x equals to, in x variable we are a group, we have the ratings with name. Ratings with name is a database which we are merged with in which we have merged 2 data frames, which is the ratings and the books. Now we are grouped by this data frame using the user ID, and we are counting the book rating that has greater than 200 ratings. So only those books will be there which has the rating greater than 200, means the user which has rated the book greater than 200. Now this is the array which we have created in which the index is to be stored. Now filtered rating is the variable in which what we are doing is the indexes which are stored in that users in which the ratings will be stored. This ratings and the user ID will be stored in the filtered rating, because we have filtered the rating on the condition that the rating should be greater than 200. Then on y variable, what we are grouping by is we have obtained the filtered rating. Now in the filtered rating data frame, we group by on the basis of book title and giving the count on which column is book rating column, with condition that the book rating should be greater than or equals to 50. and this index is stored in the famous books. So famous books will store the top 50 books that has the rating greater than the 200 which we have given, which is stored in the filtered rating, and it is grouping by with the book title. Now this is the final rating, which includes both the condition that the user has rated the book greater than 200 and the book which has the book rating greater than 50. So this famous book stores all these conditions and it should be in the filtered rating. So this stores the final ratings. Now this will give the we are creating the pivot table which has the indexes as the book title, column as the user ID, and the values as the book rating. And we are filling with in pivot table the object is created which is PT, and in which we are filling the fill NA is used to fill the information in the PT, which is the pivot table. Then we are printing the pivot table. Now this is the pivot table. As you can see, the column is the user ID, 254 is the user ID of the person, then 227 is 2276 is the another user ID for the another person, and the index will be the book title. So each suppose we can see that 1984 has rated has 10 ratings, which is given by the user ID 271705. So this is the pivot table. Now we are using the cosine similarity. So what is the cosine similarity? Now basically the collaborative filtering is on the other hand, which leverages the user similarities to provide the personalized recommendations. In this approach, the system identifies users with similar preferences based on their past interaction with the books. So we are giving the books and then a user's past interaction, and on the basis of the ratings it will recommend the book to the user. So by calculating the cosine similarity between the user's preferences vectors, the system recommends the books that have been positively rated by the similar users but not yet explored by the target user. This method allows for more tailored suggestions that cater to individual tastes and preferences. So cosine similarity is the main important method which is used to recommend the books to the user. So this cosine similarity is imported from the sklearn.matrix.pairwise, which is the library. Now we are calculating the cosine similarity object, which is the similarity scores, and giving the pivot table to it, pivot table object, which is the PT. We are giving it to the cosine similarity and it is been stored in the object which is similarity scores. Now we are the dot shape, as I told that dot shape is the method which is used to give the total number of rows and the columns in the data set. The similarity underscores dot shape will give me the total number of data present in the data set, which is 706. Now this def recommend book this function, recommend function, is the main function which is used to recommend the books. So here in recommend function I will be passing the book name, which is book name, then the index of that book is stored in the index variable. Then similar items, in similar items what we are giving is the books that are similar to that index will be given in this similar items. So here in the recommend function I am passing the book name, then the index will be the book name index will be stored in the index variable, and the similar items will stored the sorted list of the book which are based on the book name the user will be providing, and the recommended books will be stored in the similar items. Then sorted list is the inbuilt function which is used, and in then we are listing the book name. Then in the similarity scores, which is the object of the cosine similarity, which contains the top 50 books of the recommended by the user. then the index of that book will be taken from the similarity scores, and this is enumerated. Enumerate is the function which is used to iterating the books, and this all the books will be stored in the list, and this will be sorted. Then the data equals to array, that data array will be created, and this for loop is basically used to print the book title, book name, author name from the book which is recommended. So the similar items will contain the books of the recommended books. So the item equals to array. Now in temporary data frame we are giving the book title with its index. Then this three functions will be used to printing the book title, book author, and the image which is displayed on the front end. And then this all the item will be appended into the data, and then we are returning the data. So in the as I call the recommend function, so recommend 1984. I have called the 1984 book, which is the book name, which is given as a parameter to the recommend function. It is giving me the recommended books, which is the Animal Farm, then the Handmaid's Tale, Brave New World, and the Vampire listed. So these 4 books will be listed on the basis of the users' ratings and their similarity. Then we can also give the index. On the basis of that it will give the, so suppose if I give the index 544, and from the pivot table it will give the name of the book, which is the Handmaid's.tale. Now at last we want to create the pickle file. Pickle file is the basically the file which is which contains all the functionality of all the functionality that have performed on the backend will be stored on the pickle file. Then I have created the pickle file for the popular.pkl file, then the pivot table pickle file, then the books pkl, which is the books pickle file, and the similarity is called .pickle file. Thank you. This is how the project works. Thank you.